I'm Margaret Kuhlman from soulastrology.com. This new moon, we can see that Uranus and Jupiter have both entered Aries really recently. So there's a tremendous push of new ideas, openings, opportunities and possibilities. All new, all in the moment, not thought before. We need to be ready to be inspired, receive whatever inspiration is there that's appropriate to where we are and what we're doing. It's possible that we'll have completely new ideas of what we'd like to do. There's a smooth connection, a trine to Venus in Cancer. So a lot of our ideas are likely to be about the people we relate to, possibly family situations. And Venus has a sextile line to Saturn. The organisation, the arrangements of things, setting things up whereby we can come together. Just generally relating to people kindly, taking responsibility for our part in things. The interesting thing there is that Saturn's opposing Uranus and Jupiter. So this organisation, this way that we see ourselves in relationship with other people in our lives, is actually a more stable thing than we suddenly see as necessary. So that is to say, there are changes happening and we suddenly change our mind, decide to do something or go off somewhere that doesn't allow for what was previously planned. And the business, in a way, of the Venus, our gentle relating to each other, our caring for each other, that actually makes it possible to perhaps follow through with the new ideas at the same time as taking care of what had been planned before. It may well be that we have to shelve some things that are a really good idea, but now may not be the time to do them. There will be 4 months when Jupiter is retrograding, same as every year, and during this time I do like to warn people that what seemed to be going forward so well sort of slows down and begins to drag its heels a bit. So these beautiful fresh ideas and new opportunities that come during the rest of June and through July actually seem after that as though they may not be possible to put through at the time. But it's actually extremely valuable to have this 4 months where the planets are going back into Pisces, everything softens down again and slows down again. We have a chance to rethink and adjust our first raw thoughts to something that's a bit more appropriate perhaps. And then when Jupiter goes into Aries again in January, it's quite possible that the things we have received as ideas this summer, we actually manage to put them into effect. So the caution of Saturn holding back, if you feel that your family or your obligations don't allow you to rush forward and do the next new thing that you thought of, it may be frustrating for a while, but you'll probably be in a position to be grateful a bit later on. And then perhaps we can all go forward together in 2011. Mars is in Virgo in this chart and connecting to Pluto. So this power of the need for change is immense. And yet coming from Virgo, it means that the energy we'll be doing things with is again quite careful, not wanting to spoil things, wanting to get it right, definitely prepared to put the work in as long as we know what we're doing. But it does mean that the drive for change, for transformation of the way we've done things, is really strong. And Pluto is at right angles to Uranus, Jupiter, and also Saturn. And this right angle, this T-square, will be getting stronger as we go through the rest of June and into July. It's foreshadowing the 2012 time that everybody's been talking about. This is sort of the beginning of it now. And it does mean that the frustration to actually make the changes may sometimes blow up into confrontation, which is why it's so lovely to have the Venus connecting to Saturn, so that the hold back, the caution is actually gently applied, hopefully. The new moon is actually in Gemini, which is quite light, and it would help us and everyone else if we can stay quite light as a general background feeling, not get too weighed down by the sort of sense of responsibility and so on of the things that need doing. It's ruled by Mercury, who is also in Gemini and making a terrific T-square to Mars and also to Neptune Chiron. So it looks as though when everybody is not going to be too pleased about the underhand things that are being revealed, and it will behoove us all to check carefully with people and situations before making any assumptions. There's more about all this on my website. Breathe in and out. Take in awareness of what surrounds you and let go as you return to yourself. Be inspired without resistance, for your mind is the crucible of change. Let the weeds of untamed thought push through the cracks in your safety. Let the hope of those around you flower into your listening, and the daydreams of your heart blossom in your mind. Be outgoing and be indwelling together.